Hello and welcome to the library's YouTube channel. I'm Sonia.
I'm Joey.
And Halloween is around the corner, so today we wanted to share some of our favorite horror movie picks. It's a pretty wide selection. I'm surprised by one of the picks on there, but they're definitely some of our favorites, and they're all available here at the library if you'd want to check them out. We have tons of other thrillers and horror movies, so all you need is your library card, and you can check out 10 DVDs at a time, but here are some of our favorites.
Start off, a true classic, the original 1978 Halloween. Put Jamie Lee Curtis on the map and is a personal favorite of mine. It has made such an incredible impact on my life.
Halloween is one of my favorites. Michael Myers is my favorite out of those. I consider them our classic monsters. So it would be Jason, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers. What's another one that would be in there? Like Hellraiser, maybe?
Leatherface.
Yep. Michael Myers is my favorite because he doesn't have any special powers, but you can run as fast as you want and he's still there.
I always liked those one. They never really refer to him, at least in this one, as Michael, but he was referred to in the credits as the Shape. He took the shape of a man. It wasn't about him being a man, but a presence. And, that's why he's always referred to as the boogeyman, as it were, so. Moving on, we have The Strangers.
Horrifying.
I found it so intriguing because I think this was before the home invasion, before that genre kind of broke out with The Purge or anything like that. But this kind of really made it so, because it was like these were just random people and anybody can answer a simple knock on the door, and people are just, is so-and-so there? No, you got the wrong house. Okay, see you later. But,
and then they do, and it's terrifying. I think this is, if people ask me what's your favorite scary movie or what scary movie do you recommend, I always say The Strangers, because it's one of those it could happen movies. Like when you get like Jason or Freddy Krueger, you get into the realm of it's horror, but it's make-believe and it's still scary. But The Strangers was always, there's a chance that some crazy person could knock on your door and you can answer it and then they kill you. It's really freaky. It still freaks me out, even just talking about it.
The Conjuring.
Love the series.
Oh, it is a fantastic series, but particularly the first two, in reference to The Conjuring, based on the case files of real-life demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren. I was really intrigued at first with these films, because at first I was like, oh geez, a lot of these are coming out so together. It's like, is it going to be the same thing? But and we've been told the case, based on a true story. Okay, but I really looked into it when the first one came out, and I was really amazed by this, and especially the second one, the Enfield poltergeist that one's based on. It's a very famous case, and I can't wait to see how they continue to do this story onward with this franchise.
My favorite out of the entire series, with Annabelle and the Nun and all of the Conjurings, would have to be the second one. That movie terrifies me. I watched it in theaters. I hid my face for most of it and then went back and watched the DVD and was still scared. Something about the thin man, the old man. It just freaks me out.
The Crooked Man?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I can't wait till his movie comes out.
Done by an actor. That was it. When you watch the film, it'll look animated, but trivia alert, this was an actual actor, and the way his movements were based, that's why it was very fantastic.
It was horrifying, but it was really, really good.
Okay, and you were surprised about this pick?
I was surprised about that pick.
Okay, well, here's the surprising pick. I don't know why, because this film scared me.
I think it surprises me because when I think horror, I think Michael Myers, or
True.
I think, other ones that I grew up with, which like Paranormal Activity, I tend to go more supernatural, even though Michael Myers isn't.
But it kind of references, at least, I think, at least with Spielberg, he was kind of referencing the old classic black and white, giant monster movies. Not like Godzilla or anything, but it was a time when they would use just random animals and, make them the antagonist. And everybody knows what a shark is, and everybody's afraid of that. And Jaws kind of, it was the film that made you afraid to go in the water.
It plays on a very real human fear.
My family, we never get tired of watching this film. You can watch a film to death, but we just always love it. The characters, the story, the score. I'm ashamed to say I haven't read the book yet. I always wanted to. They say the book is so much better, so I'm intrigued.
But I would say that Jaws is one of those that can kind of cross genres. And maybe that's where my surprise really is. It lies in that, yes, it's a horror movie, but it could appeal to so many movie watchers who maybe they would say they don't like horror, but they'll still watch Jaws.
Well, that's where great franchises like the Sharknado movies come in. Scream. This is a movie that kind of, around the 90s, the horror genre was kind of really fading out into almost complete ridiculousess. There were some good ones here and there, but Scream really kind of brought it back to what it should be, and if you were to watch this film, there are some dated elements to it, but fortunately with every sequel they continue to update and go along with those horror cliches, and they introduce the rules of certain scary movies in it.
I love Scream. It still is one of my favorite. It can be dated, definitely, because it came out in the 90s and stuff, but it's still one that I like to go back and watch because the story itself, I think, kind of withstands time in that there's such a big twist at the end, and it was messing with people's minds the entire time. And it's interesting, the series is interesting because when Scream came out, it definitely became one of those cult movies. Everyone loved it. It was a cult horror movie, and then goes on to make fun of that fact within its own series. It's such an intricate movie when you think about that, but it still maintained the horror aspect. It still was a terrifying movie. It was still scary while able to critique itself.
Hey, the caller ID thing kicked off after this movie, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
So these were our top 5 picks. Definitely a lot more that we could have talked about, but we want to limit it to just 5 because we don't want to make a 2-hour-long video. All of these are available in our collection. Scream wasn't here because it's currently checked out, which just goes to show how popular that movie still is. But they are all available here, free to check out. All you need is your library card. If you have any suggestions for movies that you would like us to do a review on, please let us know. And thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.